Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Uh, Today what I thought I'd do is, in preparation for the soft reset of all the ranks, I thought I would work on my doubles game, but specifically I would work on positioning. One thing that I've found in my gameplay is that I've realized that I've improved. I feel like I've improved a lot mechanically, but in terms of positioning, I haven't really done much work. So today I really want to work on my my positioning, like rotating back when I need to and pressuring when I need to, because I feel like a lot of the times I either ball chase too much, or or I'm a little bit too passive, and I try and chase when I'm not supposed to, or I stay back when I'm not supposed to, and I feel like that's something that I really need to work on. So above all the things that I'm going to be working on today, positioning is probably the one that I'm going to be working on the most. So yeah, let's just hop into it. So I pushed a little solo. I think I played until I lost, and I ended up winning like 4 in a row. Probably just because in the time that I hadn't been playing solo, my mechanics improved a lot. So that's probably why that was. But yep, so just going to work on positioning, and again, I'm not super concerned about my rank as far as that goes. I also kind of want to work on my attitude towards the game, because I feel like sometimes I get a little too competitive or heated or something, and then I start to get sloppy, which is definitely something that I really want to work on. So for the first game, my teammate is not doing anything, which is really cool, because it's really easy to work on positioning when your teammate isn't doing anything. So it's actually not. So yeah, that's kind of funny, but looks like he's back now, and I guess he just wasn't paying attention or something to the game starting, even though it's competitive and he chose to play competitive. So I feel like he probably should have been at least somewhat attentive, but that's fine now. I'll just keep playing. So alright, so I'll push that. I don't have any boosts, so I'm gonna steal theirs, and I think I'll head back since he looks like he's got it. But alright, so pretty nice aerial goal from him. So yeah, I really think that while my mechanics have improved, I think I've gotten a lot better in the air since I started playing on PC and started doing YouTube, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better at dribbling, but I haven't really paid much attention to my mechanics, or not my mechanics, my my positioning, and I feel like I just watched some of the RLCS play over the weekend, and I feel like that's something that I really need to work on, just because they all rotate so well and stuff like that. I could have gotten back a little quicker, but I did sort of expect him to hit that. It seemed like it was a pretty slow moving ball, and he seemed like he had it under control. So yeah, I'm going to hang back for this just because I don't have that much boost, and we're going to let him do that. Okay, so I just put it into their zone because I feel like I didn't have a good opportunity to hit it on their net. So I'm just going to head back here. So he put on some good pressure, and I'll push up and, push that. And it was an alright pass. I feel like it was probably a little too fast and he wasn't quite there yet. So I'll just hit it over, and I'll boost up since he looked like he was going back. And I'll head back, and I'll take the quick shot off, but he'll get there. So I think it was a good decision overall, still, for me to turn around quick there and get that shot off, just because I feel like that was an opportunity that I didn't want to waste. So I'm gonna get back here and I guess pass it to him. I did kind of expect my teammate to get back a little faster, but again, I can't really expect Like, you don't know what you're going to expect when you don't have somebody that you're playing with consistently. And that's going to get fixed for me over the update. So, pretty easy save there, but I couldn't get to the other one because I didn't have any boost. I'm wondering where my teammate went for that. So, still AFK. Okay. I don't know why he is continuously AFK. I feel like he probably even could have saved that if he had really tried. But okay. I thought the other guy was going to go up for it, so I was going to try and delay my aerial a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get back. My teammate looks like he's not having as much of a great time in the air. So definitely probably going to play a bit more of a defensive game for this one to see if we can't. I mean, I'll eventually end up pushing, but I do just want to. There we go. There's a good shot. I do think that staying back defensively is going to benefit me in the long run because I'll be able to cover up for him and get a pass off. He seems to be good at scoring that shot, kind of a little back, centered a little further back. So he'll get it down there, and yeah, I'm going to stay back for this one. I should be able to just. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to catch it, but he got the second touch off there, which is fine because it'll end up being our ball anyways. Alright, so he was kind of forcing the demo on me, so I didn't have much that I could do, but it's alright because the other guy missed the shot there. A good clear by my teammate, and I'll take this because he seemed like, I don't know, I feel like he was hesitating there, and then, you know, we both kind of hesitated because we both didn't want to take it from the other one, but at some point, you know, one of us is going to have to take it. So a good push-up by him, but I need boost, and we're going to see if we can't make a play here in the last couple seconds. I shot it right at the guy, to be honest there. I didn't know he was up for that, but I think I got a alright shot off anyways. So we'll see if I can't get that off. And that'll go in off the goalie there, so definitely kind of a crazy play. I feel like we hit the post like 8 times or something. Just misses all over because everybody was all clogged up there, but it ended up working out, and you know, I think I've been playing pretty well this game, positioning wise. So I think it looks like we're gonna head into overtime, unless, yeah, I'll let that touch the ground unless my teammate decides that he doesn't want it to. There we go. I kind of wanted that to go to overtime. I didn't feel like letting them just score right there, so. This will be one that I'll send over, and I'll come back and get boost, because especially during overtime, I want to keep my game a lot more defensive, because I feel like a defensive game is a lot better in overtime, considering. You can do things like that, and just taking it from the very back, it's a lot easier to either do something like I did or have them get so focused on scoring that overtime goal that you're able to get an easy clear and then a breakaway, something like that. So I think my positioning was definitely a lot better that match, just because I focused on it. I feel like that's something that I need to do, is just sort of focus on where I am, and eventually that's going to become sort of a habit of mine to just rotate and not really think about it. But for now, I'm definitely going to think about it, and sometimes talking over the play actually helps, because I realize like I really have to think about what's going on, and that'll make me rotate more. and do better with that. So we'll get into our second game, and it looks like I'm playing against my teammate from last game now. I don't know. I feel like he was a fine teammate, so we'll see how that works. Pretty good shot from my teammate. Hit the crossbar there, and they weren't able to make the save. I think that the dunk that I got against the goalie there kind of helped get it back, but you know, it's whatever. So teammate said he got it, so I'll stay back here, and it'll go into our corner, and I'll get the dunk there. And let's see what our old teammate is going to be able to do with that. So it doesn't look like my teammate is pushing up very hard, and now he is, so I'll stay back a little bit. But right there, it didn't look like he was. So I should be able to get an easy goal here. The other team just sort of fell apart in front of the net off of a funny shot by my teammate, and I'll put it in there. Pretty easy. So we'll hang back here. Looks like I'll try and go for the dunk, but I don't know. I may have tipped it. I can't really tell. We'll see right here. I feel like I barely either got a piece of his car. I mean, the ball's trail stayed orange, so I must have gotten just like a piece of his car or something. And my teammate wasn't able to get back in time. But it's alright. We're still up 2-1. And I'll put it right at him there. That's another thing I want to stop doing, is calculating my shots. Like, obviously I'm not going to be able to hit the ball with insane precision quite yet, but I do want to try and calculate my shots a little bit to where I'm not putting it directly at the player in front of me and straight into the goalie, because I feel like that's something that I do quite a bit, and yeah, I want to stop doing that. Pretty easy goal right there. Again, sort of just a mess up in front of their net. He missed that ball, and I was able to just chip it up. And, you know, there's not really much he could have done without like a pre-jump there or something. He couldn't really get up to it in time. So my teammate's up, so I'll head back and grab some boost here. And just a nice aerial goal by my teammate in front of the net. This team isn't really communicating well. That's against us, and they're having a hard time clearing balls. So I think that's sort of leading to us punishing them a little bit more than we should be. But yeah, a nice block by him. I feel like I could have gotten a pretty quality center off if he hadn't tipped that, but it was a good block. So okay, I kind of expected my teammate to come back since it looks like he's out of boost, but I guess this is the situation where I need to hang back just because he's not hanging back as much, so I'll just cover back in defense for him. Again, with a lack of communication, I feel like it's easier rather than, you know, fighting over who's ball chasing or something. If you see your teammate ball chasing or hanging back too much, just play the opposite. And like if he's hanging back too much, then it gives you a little bit of room to ball chase. If you're not communicating, it's better than yelling at them and saying, you need to stop ball chasing, or you're too passive or something like that. Just play to what they're not playing, and that'll work out. But again, once I've got a teammate who I can communicate with, I feel like there will be an pretty even amount of playing passively and aggressively for me there. I feel like that ended up working out. It was definitely a harder clear for me to make, something that I'm not really used to doing. I think that's a good demo to take there, especially since my teammate got them. But it was like I passed the ball to the opponent shooting, but at the same time, I feel like he was expecting a different trajectory of the ball, and since I tipped it there, he made a mistake and hit it above the net. So I feel like that was a good play, just for the level that I'm at right now. But again, a good game. I feel like my positioning is coming along quite nicely, and we played well and forced a forfeit. So good game. Both of them have been good games so far, and I feel like that's probably what has been holding me in the rank that I'm at. I feel like my mechanical skills are higher than where I should be. Maybe I'm wrong, but definitely good positioning really helps. I feel like that's probably the difference between like a solid platinum player and like a diamond player who's insanely just well positioned. So I'll get a soft pass off. I felt like I had to kind of chase that there, just because the opportunity presented itself. Okay, I'll let my teammate take that. I feel like he and I are kind of trying to play the same exact game. We're like following each other around a bit. So I'll try and hang back a little more, because I feel like on that goal, that was a good touch. On that attempt for a goal, he and I were both kind of up there, so nah, not something that I needed to go for. Probably chased a little bit too hard there, but unfortunately the boost didn't pop there. Alright, I was expecting a shot from them, so I had to jump there with no boost, but since the shot didn't come, everything worked out. So I think we'll let my teammate go for that, and I've just been generally playing without as much boost this match, just because the other team and my teammate are taking a lot of it, which, I mean, I can't blame them, they need it, so. Okay. Again, probably a miscommunication by my teammate and I. We both sort of thought the other person had it, and yeah, so. I mean, there's not really much you can do there. I think he needed to go for that, considering I was sort of like in net. I assumed that he would go for it just because that looked like that's where he was, in terms of what his position was. But you know what? It's all right. I've come back from greater deficits. So a good demo by him, and I guess I'll push this. He is like what I've noticed him doing since I've been looking at positioning a lot is. He acts passive, and then the second I start going for the ball, he'll start going for it also, and then it'll just turn into two people committing. So, I mean, I don't really want to have to spam the I got it or go for it quick chat, so we'll see if we can get this thing figured out. But that's something that I've seen coming out of him, and it's my fault too, like, that I've been, that I've been pushing at the same time as him. But I mean, yeah, I feel like that's something that's going on, is he will act like he's waiting for me to go for it, and then he'll just go for it at the very last second. Like that there, if he had just rotated back, I could have gone up for it and possibly gotten a little better playoff. But yeah, whatever. I'll head back, because looks like I need to be heading back. I'll give him a little pass there, and we'll see what he can do with it. Okay. Not something I needed to go for. I think I was pretty quick at getting down, and we'll clear it off the wall there. A shot that was too high, and you gotta go for it, dude. I don't have any boost. Now I'm stuck in the net with 0 boost. Yeah, I can't do anything there. I mean, yeah, there's nothing I could really do there. I did need boost. There was no way I was going to flip myself around in that period of time. But we'll ignore the toxicity. Again, need to work on my attitude towards the game a little bit. I mean, and also the fact that like he didn't get the clear off and miss the ball. So, I mean, I'm just gonna try and not be toxic towards him, and we'll let him have fun with his future teammates. So, yeah, I'm not gonna forfeit. I don't like forfeiting. So he can either wait this one out or just leave. I don't really care. I think it's still a good opportunity for me to work on my positioning, especially with somebody like him who doesn't broadcast their position well. I think it's a good idea for me to definitely work on playing with somebody like this as my teammate, because it's a good experience. But like, see, there was no point in him going for that boost up there if he needs to rotate back behind me. A pretty nice save. Pretty lucky, but nice nonetheless. And again, if my guy there just rotated back a little bit, a good flick. I mean, the opponent team is definitely like, they're playing well. Let's see where my teammate was for that. I can't even rotate the camera that far. I have no idea where he was. I don't know. Again, that's something that could have been fixed by his positioning. Thanks for the boost. He's definitely trying to be toxic there and hit me for sure. Again, I can't really do much when he's trying to bump the other team. But, you know. This is a good opportunity for me to get somebody reported just because he's being toxic, and toxic people are not good. So, yeah. So I'll dump it down. But whatever. So I'll report him. Just unsportsmanlike, whatever. Not trying to be like a stupid snitch, but I mean, like, when he's doing stuff like that, it's just, you know, not cool. And if they don't report him, whatever. I just think it's, you know, pretty fair of me to ask to clean up the community a little bit, because it's just not a fun thing when your teammate is toxic and starts playing for the other team. That's happened to me before. Like, it's just not something that anybody enjoys. So I figured I may as well have asked, and it's whatever if they don't, but I think it's just good to call people out for that kind of stuff. Just because, like, why would you do that in competitive? Like, if it's a duel, I don't really care. But since it's competitive, and, like, even though the game was over, it's just not how you should conduct yourself. But either way, I feel like I definitely have worked really well in my conditioning, or my positioning, sorry. I feel like I've worked really well on my positioning in this episode. I'm just going to continue working on it more off camera, as well as I'll probably have a ones episode out in the near future, probably my last video before the update rolls out. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, just sort of focusing on making sure I'm the best I can be for my placement matches, and yeah, so I'll have a ones video out, and ones is a pretty weird playlist for me, and I guess I'll explain why in that video. But yeah, so thank you all for watching. hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or something like that. Maybe like a comment telling me that I was doing something cool, or whatever. The positivity is always appreciated. And again, thank you all for watching if you are, and commenting and all those nice things. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting, even though my numbers don't seem crazy. It means so much to me how many people have decided that they want to like a video or click subscribe or something like that. It means a lot. So again, if you like the video, like the thumbs up button or whatever. Comment any tips for video making or my game, because I do want to make sure that the way I play and the way I create content is the best it can be. And make sure to subscribe for more. And I'll see you all later. That would have been nuts.